let's have a few reflections on the evening. Antony, how did you feel about it?
I think that the evening was a great celebration for some fantastic performances in the engineering and consultancy sector over the last year. Really bringing together all these people, demonstrating that, frankly, there's some incredible individuals working for some fantastic companies. So brilliant to get together to celebrate that, and I suppose to let your hair down a little bit as well, I think.
Well, Richard, I took two things away from the evening. One good, one not so good. Both meant in a sort of friendly way. But the good thing is I really felt a sense of innovation and, the amazing breadth of projects. And I spoke to people who had done such incredibly interesting things. Where do you think the industry is in terms of innovation at the moment?
I think in the context of consulting engineers, I think we are world leading. And I think the freedom that the industry is now getting in London to build buildings like the Shard, was it One Hyde Park, whatever, we're challenging our own styles, we're challenging our own structures, and we're catching up with the rest of the world, but we're doing it with the style that we would like as British people.
I thought the ideas that I heard about this evening were really inspiring.
Can I come
on to my less good point?
Yes.
Which
Can I come back on the point about innovation? Because it was an interesting point that was raised in the conference a bit earlier on today, which was a lot of talk about sustainability. But what people were saying is, well, what we're really talking about is innovating, doing things better, doing things in a way which are thinking beyond just the here and now, but thinking about how all these things we're building are actually going to serve the future generations and the generations after that. And I think that way of looking at the sustainable legacy, the innovation we need now, that's what it's all about, really. And I think we've lived off the Victorian legacy for a long while. Now we're using innovative ideas, new technologies, new thinking to really recreate that kind of fantastic infrastructure that we know so well.
Now, I did find it really inspiring talking to all the people with all their different innovations and ideas for the future. The less good thing was the lack of women. And how is it that in the 21st century, I think there was only one woman won an award up there. Okay, she won the overall award as well. But why is that possible?
Well, there are many reasons, and I suppose you can look to the fact that women are turned off of science and engineering at a very early age because, frankly, schools don't know enough about what a career in science and engineering can really encompass. Women are also turned off because there are some big stereotypes in the industry around the fact that it is seen as a male-dominated area. But I think, primarily, you've got an industry which is perhaps not selling itself hard enough. Just not selling itself hard enough as being an industry which is appealing and actually somewhere where women can have a fantastic career.
How many women do you have on your board?
On our board, one.
Well, at least there's one.
And on the staff, our ratio of women is 25%.
Well, that's better than the industry average.
Oh yes, definitely. And when you think we've got 2 factories and 2 warehouses, which tend not to be an area for ladies, I think our proportion's pretty good.
How do you improve?
I have a great bee in my bonnet about schools and industry working together and having school kids visiting companies, visiting factories and seeing the jobs that are there that they can do. I don't think there's enough of that. And I don't think the school's attitude to getting classroom time to visit companies like ACO is not there. If that was improved, I think we could excite more ladies into those less traditional occupations.
One of the things to say, we saw Roma tonight, who won the Progress Network Award and also the Diamond Award, and what you see is when women do come into the industry, they are exceptionally motivated and exceptionally talented. Some would say they have to be, because in order to get where they've had to fight very hard. But they are very, very talented. There's a lot of very talented men as well, but certainly it is very evident when women do rise to the top, they rise for all the right reasons. It's also interesting that different sectors certainly have different proportions. If you go to architecture and to perhaps the design areas, there are an awful lot more women. I think companies like BDP that do an awful lot more architecture, they certainly have more of a gender balance. But it is very much in the science and engineering technology where I think we're letting ourselves down.
But it is growing, though, isn't it, Antony?
Yeah, definitely growing. Yes,
I see it as on the up. if that gives you any comfort.
On that optimistic note, Antony, Richard, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.